What's going on, Guardians? Your boy Sly here, back again with your weekly ritual that is the Destiny Weekly Reset Guide. Hope everyone out there had an awesome July 4th if it didn't pour rain all over the place and pretty much cancel everything. But nonetheless, a day off work is always an amazing day. So what's up, ladies and gents? Hopefully everyone out there had an awesome Iron Banner and the loot was delicious, and that you took my advice and grabbed all the weekly Crucible bounties so you could benefit from the Iron Banner bounties, counting towards the 5 completed Shaxx bounties. It's an easy way to get some awesome weapons, or you could get screwed like me and end up with gloves or an artifact at 330 when you're already 335, you know. The good stuff. Anyway, guys, let's jump on in it and check out our weeklies first. So, we're going to start with the Crucible. Iron Banner is back to Saladinville, and we have our 2 normal weekly Crucible playlists back up. Our secondary playlist is Inferno 3v3, a mashup of Inferno Skirmish, Salvage, and Elimination. Now, this is just my opinion, but Inferno Salvage is the most annoying Crucible match ever created. Invis Hunters hiding everywhere. Bungie, you guys can keep that mess. Alright, so our main Crucible playlist is my personal favorite, and that is Mayhem Clash. By far the most fun you will have in the Crucible, period. It is complete insanity. I love it. And of course, Elimination is back to hold down the fort until Osiris opens the trials back up on Friday. Alright guys, let's head over to the Nightfall and see what's new over there. First, let's peep the modifiers, and of course, we start with our buddy Epic. Heavily shielded, aggressively scary, foaming at the mouth rabid enemies, and then we have Arc Burn. Arc element damage is greatly increased from all sources. Next, Brawler, Guardian melee damage is increased, and then another super secret, Fresh Troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcement. The icon must be glitched out or something. It was hidden last week as well. Finally, our last modifier, Ironclad. More enemies have shields. That's always fun. Alright, well, nowhere near as many modifiers as last week, and I don't know what was up with last week's Nightfall and the Heroic Strike. Once again, it was different around 1 PM when Iron Banner dropped, so hopefully this week it's going to stay the same. Alright, well, let's check out who gets the beatdown this week.
Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. So let's get to taking out their command one by one.
Valis to Arc. Man, that makes me kind of miss the good old days pre-nerf when he was like 10 times more beastly. Okay, not really. But anyways, we're hopping over to the Heroic Strike playlist next, and as you all know, they now have modifiers every week. It's almost like a mini Nightfall. So first up, we have Heroic. Epic's little brother, greater number of enemies, more aggressive, yeah, we get it. Then Arc Burn. Again, arc element damage is greatly increased from all sources, and it seems like Arc Burn has been stuck as a modifier ever since Heroic Strike started having modifiers, so I don't know, it would be nice to have different burns sometime. Anyways, next up we have Small Arms. Primary weapon damage is favored, and then Ironclad. More enemies have shields. This week's Heroic Strikes is absolutely screaming for the use of the Zalo Supercell, guys. Primary damage and Arc Burn, it won't get much easier than that. And you know what? This might actually make the Fatebringer strong enough to be used for some quick nostalgia. I might have to go and try that out. Alright, well, we're off to the tower. Now, don't forget, head to your postmaster as soon as you land and grab your cube of treasures. Now, if you're lucky enough, you'll get another pair of Spectar boots or gauntlets, and I bet none of you out there have boots like these, huh? Too OP, guys. Anyway, alright, well, Shaxx is up first, and let's take a look. First, we have Individual Achievement. Complete Crucible matches with an individual score of at least 1,500 points. You need to do this twice. Following that, Making an Impact, win 7 matches. Next, Crucible Combat, win 1 game in 3 different modes, Control, Salvage, then Rift. Moving along here, we have Featured Matches. Earn points in any featured playlist. Wins over 3, losses are 1, and you need 5 points total. Next, yes, as a team. Finally, I hate that other one, especially in this spot. So we need to complete 5 matches in a fire team of 2 or more players. Win or lose, you need to complete 5 only. And finally, you turn all these biatches in, and you are G to G. Now, if you guys have your Wormsporal piled up, ready to turn back in, you might as well go stuff it back into the vault, guys. No vendor is accepting it for reputation this week. Alright, well, besides Eris, I guess no worthy vendor is accepting it. Alright, well, we're done here. Let's head over to the Reef. As always, Boo Boo Petra is up first, and so are her bounties. Take the Wanted as our wanted bounty, and this week we are looking for Darnu, Horn of Orcs in the Cosmodrome. Next, kill 12 named or consumed Fallen Hive, Cabal, or Vex, and then finally, kill 100 Taken. Easy. Alright guys, Varix is up next. Let's go grab his bag of goodies and then let's take a closer look at these House Judgment bounties. Impressive performance is up first, earn points in the Challenge of Elders. Next we have Deadshot, kill enemies with precision shots in the Prison of Elders, and then we have Heavy Hitter, our last bounty. Get 50 heavy weapon kills in the Prison or the Challenge. As for our bonus modifier this week, we have Precision Kills, definitely one of the easier ones to complete, and also one of my favorites. Now, while we're talking about the Prison of Elders, let's head up to orbit and check out the modifiers for the Challenge of Elders. Of course, you already know it's Precision Kills as the bonus modifier, but the others are Berserk, enemies won't flinch even after massive damage, and then Small Arms, primary weapon damage is favored. This will make it even easier, guys. A good hand cannon or scout rifle will just about one-shot anything that's in there, especially with a precision hit. I would expect to see pretty high scores on next week's weekly update. Alright guys, we're almost at the end, but now it's time to go check out the Dreadnought. First, let's take a look at King's Fall. We're at the end of the rotation for challenges, and that means Oryx is our target for this week. Now, I haven't really noticed much difference between challenge mode and hard mode loot, except that there is more of it. Nonetheless, if you're looking to level up, Oryx can drop it all, so it's always a good place to try out your spiritual connection to RNGesus and see if he hears your prayers. Alright, well let's drop down into the belly of the beast and check out the Court of Oryx. Now usually there is always someone here right after reset, but I guess more and more people aren't needing artifacts, so it's dying down quite a bit these days. Nonetheless, let's check out this week's boss, and this week's Tier 3 Court of Oryx boss is the man himself, Mini Crota. Well, Thalnok is his real name, but Mini Crota is way more official. So while this is soloable, it is pretty tough to be able to down him, pick the sword back up, and then do damage all while enemies are shooting at you, but it is totally possible. However, be careful because I was having a ton of sword problems this morning. Like sometimes it wouldn't give it to me or would fall through the ground, and then when it did give it to me, it wouldn't show. It would just like show my normal sword. Yet I could still do that super ground pound thing, but I couldn't switch weapons until the timer ran out or drop the sword, so it was acting kind of weird. And that's it, Guardians. Don't forget, guys, in 2 days, it is Bungie Day. 7/7 is a celebrated day at Bungie Studios and a day to honor us, the fans of Destiny or Bungie in general. Now, we already know that they're going to unveil the next moments of triumph for Year 2, as well as some other things they have yet to mention, but they ensure us we will be excited. You never know what happens on 7/7, so be ready for anything. Personally, I'm looking forward to Thursday, and since we're in the heat of summer, I'm ready to start hearing more about these reveal streams. But that's all I got for you guys. As always, thank you all so much for watching and for backing up the smaller YouTuber. It means the world to me that you guys look to my channel for information when there are so many others out there. As always, if you want to stay up to date on everything Destiny, The Rise of Iron, or the Division related stuff, follow me on Twitter at SlyNation or subscribe to me here on YouTube. It is the best place to stay in the know about everything gaming related, as well as new vids uploaded to my channel. I'm out, guys. Until next time, this is your boy Sly. Done, gone, out.
Ammo inbound. Zone B secure.